that a lot of people move because they want to remain there. Country like Switzerland, I know for you the focus is not to go back to Nigeria. I know you want to stay back, and in most cases that is where it becomes tricky for a lot of international students. Hello guys, and welcome back to my page. My name is Wendo. If it's your first time of stopping across my channel, please don't make it your last. Click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a video. I am a content creator that is based in the beautiful city of Zurich, Switzerland. I create content about Switzerland, my life experience, and a lot of juicy things happening around. Yes, so let's adjust. So in today's video, if you watch my previous video, I said I was going to make a video to tell you how international students can remain in Switzerland after they finish their studies. So if this is the kind of video you want to watch, why don't you just sit down, share the video, leave a comment. If you have a question, leave your question. I will do well to answer you as soon as I can. I'll do well to answer you as soon as I can. Yes, so how can international students stay in Switzerland after their graduation? A lot of students, they move abroad, and they are more focused on their studies. I know that a lot of people move because they want to remain there. Let's be honest, nobody want to go back to Africa or to Nigeria. If you happen to get admission and you relocate to a country like Switzerland, I know for you the focus is not to go back to Nigeria. I know you want to stay back, and in most cases that is where it becomes tricky for a lot of international students to stay back after their studies, because there are some criteria that are not being met. So today I'm going to be telling you some of the things to do to make sure that you remain in a country like Switzerland after your graduation. The first thing I would like to give you an advice is, when you are coming as an international student, do not go for a 1 year master's program. Go for a 2 years master's program. That's where you have enough time on your hand to look for a job, and by the grace of God, get a job while you are still studying. Even if it's 20 hours you are allowed to work, but it's something, it shows that you are gainfully employed. That counts when you are trying to get your visa or renew your visa as well. The other thing is, please, when you come in as a student during your first year in school, start writing and submitting your CVs to different places based on the course you are studying. Send in your CV. They know you are a student because it will be said on your resume and your motivational letter that you are a student. So that's where you already give yourself an ample amount of time to get a job while immediately you finish your studies. Another thing I would like to advise people is, when you come to a country or you decide to move to a country that does not speak the local English language, one thing that will secure a job for you or keep you grounded in the country is when you speak the local language. So why I advise you to go for a 2 years program is that at least you attend evening language courses, search on Google to look for places where you can attend classes, mingle with the immigrants. If you go to church, mingle with the older people at church. Some of them, they offer free language course. You can have coffee with them once or twice a week and brush up your language. You can join language courses in school. It will be very difficult for you to come to adjust to be working and still attending language courses, but believe me when I say that having a basic language is the first thing getting a job. Another one is, after you finish your study in Switzerland, you have 6 months that is given to you after your graduation for you to get a job. Because when you are applying to come as a student, you sign a form that says, if I don't get a job after my graduation, I am going to be leaving. So after your graduation as a student, they give you a permit for 6 months that allows you or give you the privilege to stay and remain in Switzerland and look for a job. Within that 6 months, hopefully you get a job. And once you get a job as a student on your student visa, your student residence permit will be transferred to a work residence permit B. That's where you can start working and earning a living and increase your, because the residence permit is valid every year. So if you're coming from a non-EU speaking country, your residence permit is valid for 1 year. So every year you have to go to the Christ Bureau application or to the reminder to go and renew your residence permit. But if you come from an European country, your residence permit is valid for 5 years. So you have your B permit for 5 years, then you renew to another B permit, the C permit. After your B, you get your C, and after your C permit, you renew to get you start your passport process. And for you to start your passport process or to get to a C permit, you need to show that you have a job here. You need to show that you graduated. And the other thing, if you don't graduate within the 2 years of your course program and you can prove that you are able to still sustain yourself while you are here, they will give you time to be able to finish up your course and graduate. But you might be under pressure, so do your best. If you're going for a 2 years program, I know that some people think that 2 years program is more expensive than a 1 year program, but if you look at it, if you have never traveled abroad before and you are moving from a country like Nigeria to a developed country like Switzerland or the UK or America or Canada, a developed country, you need time to adjust. The system is different. Even studying and learning is different. To adjust to looking for the residence, looking for your permit, looking for accommodation, finding out where the shops are, you need more than 6 months to adjust to all these things. That is why I advise you to go for a 2 year program. That's where you have an ample 24 months is it's not a long time, but it's a very long time for you to adjust and get your ish together. That is my advice for you as a student. So is there a guarantee that you will get a job in Switzerland if you graduate in Switzerland? Yes, there are a lot of job opportunities in Switzerland. If you graduate in Switzerland, you come out with a good grade, you speak the local language, you will get a job that will convert your student residence permit to a work resident permit. But you have to do it on time, because Switzerland, they pride themselves on punctuality and accuracy. So you need to, not when your permit is about to expire in 1 month, you are running helter-skelter looking for who to help you or who to lend you this. It is good to always seek. Anyway, in Switzerland, before your permit expires, 2 or 3 months before, if you're hearing a noise, my window is open and they're doing a construction work outside. I'm sorry, that's why I'm using this noise cancellation. I hope it is able to cancel the noise, but let me close the window. One thing I like about Switzerland is that they give you an information 3 to 4 months before your visa expire or your permit expire. They always send you a notification, because some people come in and relax, like, I have arrived, I don't need to do the work. But the thing about Switzerland is that they always send you a reminder to tell you that your permit is expiring soon, you need to bring so documents to come and renew your permit. And when you are studying, please mix up with the locals, mix up with people, European citizens that have lived here and have more experience than you. Do not keep your circle within the African community or between the black community or between people that you know. It will be able to widen your horizon so that you will get as much information as possible that will keep you in a country when you decide to move. I know the hassle it takes for people to move, to relocate abroad to study, and it would be nice for you to get a job and stay put in that country rather than being under stress and looking for somewhere to go to. Or I watched a video of a guy that was sent to Canada to go and study. I saw it on Instagram. I wanted to make a video about that. This guy, he was being sponsored by his father to go to Canada to go and study, and his father fell ill. He couldn't go to school again because he was dependent on his father. There's a lot. The tuition fee is so expensive that even when you're looking for admission as a student, you look for admission in schools that you can afford to pay if you decide to get a job and there is nobody sponsoring you. If there is nobody sponsoring you, I think for me, you will put in the work and try to stay in the country. So this is my little advice for you. If you're trying to come to Switzerland or any country to get to reside and you're going through the educational route, do your research as much as possible. Go for a 2-year program. Do not go, even if it's in the UK, do not go for a 1-year program. You are going to be burnt. Even if it's in America, even if it's in Canada, do not go for a 1-year program. You are going to be burnt. In a country like the European country that does not speak English, my advice for you is to go for a 2-year program and make sure you graduate within that 2 years. within the 6 months extra that you are given to renew your permit, you put in the job to renew your permit and transfer your permit from a work permit, from a student permit to a work permit B. And my wish for you is that everything goes as planned for you. So thank you so much. I'm going to be ending this video here.